What's up, everybody? It's Ryan here with my first video of 2024. It's going to be my complete wrestling collection here for WWE. So let's get right into it. If you want to see my AEW and TNA related stuff collection, make sure to drop a comment down below and I'll do those for a separate video, future video and a future video down the line. So let's get right into it. First one up I got here is WrestleMania 3. WrestleMania 13. These are these are my random ones. And WrestleMania 15. Those are just my random ones. They're pay-per-views, of course, but they are pay-per-views, but these are my WWF pay-per-views, my most proud accomplishment in my collection. Okay. Here we go. SummerSlam 1999. I keep them all in these nice bags here. Keep them rare. 2000 Royal Rumble. The first signed by Bully Ray. And SummerSlam 1999, the first ever DVD. Besides, WrestleMania 15. That's not the WWF one though. It's a re-released one. King of the Ring 2000. This is when Kurt Angle won King of the Ring. I'm missing two of the WWF ones from the 2000 and SummerSlam 2000. I'm missing Survivor Series and WrestleMania 2000. I have all of 2001. This one is my proudest accomplishment to get. This is my favorite year. Royal Rumble 2001. I love that poster as well. My favorite WrestleMania 17. I paid $2 at a flea market for that, the Delaware flea market. Backlash 2001. This was the last one I needed to complete my WWF 2001 pay-per-view collection. Judgment Day 2001. King of the Ring 2001. I have 2 copies of Invasion, the one and only Invasion. One time only pay-per-view. Wasn't that good, but I actually have 2 copies, which I'm glad because it still goes for money. Never gonna sell it. SummerSlam 2001. It's a good one. Unforgiven 2001. Cheesy cover, but I really like these covers back then. No Mercy 2001. I have to move over here. Rebellion 2001. Never seen in the US. This is a great Survivor Series. Survivor Series 2001. Team WWF versus Team Alliance. Winner takes all. That's a great Survivor Series. And Vengeance 2001. One undisputed champion. Jericho, of course, beating Rock and Austin same night. Very memorable. Then 2002. No Way Out 2002. I know I do not have the Royal Rumble still. I'm missing only a couple of from the 2002 and 2000. I'm missing 3 from 2000 and 2 from 2002. WrestleMania 18. Icon versus Icon. That should have been the main event. Not Jericho and Triple H. That was a boring match. Backlash 2002. I like that one. King of the Ring 2002. Insurrection. In here, I know I'm missing it, but I don't have a Judgment Day. That's like $200 still. I'm never gonna pay that for that much for one DVD. It's not even a Blu-ray. It's a DVD. So yeah, that's the other one I'm missing. But I do have this one, Vengeance 2002, Shop Zone exclusive. That goes for a shit ton of money. So I'm happy I have that. That's a really good pay-per-view as well. Global Warning Torn Melbourne. That's a forgettable one. It's very cheap. You can find that on eBay. SummerSlam 2002 is a great pay-per-view. Rock and Brock's first championship. Unforgiven 2002. No Mercy 2002. Rebellion 2002. That's John Cena's first pay-per-view debut, actually. As a heel. Survivor Series 2002, another great Survivor Series. First, Michaels winning the world title in the first ever Elimination Chamber. So memorable. It's a great one. And Armageddon 2002, great match here. The 3 stages, hell, right? I know, it's 2 out of 3 falls, but street fight, steel cage, and ladder match. Great match. Their feuds. Michaels and Hunter and Sean's feud is, they always have great matches. And this one, not so much. Very forgettable. But overall, great show. Very good show. Then we go down to here, where it's where it makes the one that says 2003. I wish they kept doing that, but they didn't. It's a shame. This is the year I was born as well. Royal Rumble 2003. Scott Steiner when he was going after Triple H. That's terrible. Hawk. Well, geez. Rock versus Hogan to No Way Out 2003. And Stone Cold destroys Eric Bischoff. He always go all that. WrestleMania 19. This is a great one for me to be born on. With Shawn Michaels and Jericho. That's a great match. A lot of great matches on here. Rock versus Goldberg Backlash. That's trash. I don't like that match at all. Insurrection 2003. It doesn't go with the mural here. It doesn't fit. And that's a forgettable show. So you could find that. That's like cheap. That's probably really cheap. Just like Melbourne one as well. Judgment Day 2003 when Nash was feuding with Hunter. It's very forgettable. No, Bad Blood 2003. The only thing on Judgment Day I remember, the Big Show forklift spot with Brock Lesnar. That's cool. Yeah, Bad Blood. That I didn't really care for that one. Vengeance. This is a good one. Zach Gallen versus Vince McMahon. Yeah. That's the times back then. Sable on the cover there with the Risque. SummerSlam. A-Train and Undertaker. Like anyone wanted to see that. Unforgiven. That's when Goldberg beat Triple H. No one cared. And No Mercy 2003. This was the first ever biker chain match and the only one. Not Rock. Jeez, I keep thinking of The Rock. Kurt Angle and Cena always have great matches. That's another good one. Survivor Series. This one's not as good as the other two. This one's still good, though. Armageddon 2003. Evolution with all the belts. Very memorable. Royal Rumble 2004. It's a great Rumble. The person that won it, we don't talk about that though. So Cena tore his quad there too. No Way Out 2004, great pay-per-view. Eddie Guerrero on there. His only cover actually. So, WrestleMania 20, where it all begins again. You have when Eddie and Chris Benoit, there I said it, win, or the champions at the end. Well, he's on this cover, Backlash 2004. There, I showed it really quick. Still, he was a great champion. Judgment Day 2004. Bad Blood 2004. Their match was really long in the Hell in the Cell. Great American Bash. This was the Doctor of Thugonomics era. Randy Orton. Randy Orton was just coming into his own. This was really good. For Vengeance, I didn't even say it. Vengeance 2004. SummerSlam 2004. Youngest world champion Randy Orton winning. Great moment for him. And then he loses it right after. And I paid $3.99 actually for this. That was a great deal at FYE when they used to have great deals. Yeah. Triple H beats Randy Orton in his first title defense. Shawn Michaels versus Kane. Jericho versus Christian ladder match for the IC title. That's a great one. Yeah, that's basically it. It's just a... but the main event's good, except Orton losing. I thought that was stupid. Triple H always held that belt. No Mercy 2004. This is when JBL was champion. SmackDown's pay-per-view exclusives were pretty good. Heidenreich was in... Then Heidenreich and Taker had a feud. No one remembers Heidenreich. Taboo Tuesday, the online voting. Then they changed it to Cyber Sunday. So I love this cover for Survivor Series 2004. Great one. I think that this was better than definitely a step up from 2003. Armageddon 2004 with Big Show's foot. Gonna crush you. John Cena versus Zeus. Who the hell remembers that storyline? Nobody. New Year's Revolution 2005. This was when Batista was getting really big. Didn't turn yet. Royal Rumble 2005. The ending and the quads with Vince. Oh man, that's what that's known for. Not Heidenreich in the casket match with The Undertaker, that's for sure. And actually, Shawn Michaels and Edge in a really good opening match. No Way Out 2005, first ever barbed wire steel cage match. The ending of it was crazy. I thought Big Show won it. I was like, are you kidding me? I thought he actually did. And then Batista winning and Cena winning. The changing of the guards when Triple H and JBL both lost. Taker and Orton having a great match, and this is when the streak was starting. And Orton, that's so great. Such great shit back then. 2005 Backlash. Judgment Day 2005, I won't talk about all of them. That's a great pay-per-view. JBL I Quit match, way better than their WrestleMania match. Vengeance 2005, this was really good. Bloody Mess. One Night Stand ECW 2005, I prefer 2006, but this was really good. I had the anthology, I needed to get this one. I couldn't stand the anthology, but I finally have its singular copy. Hogan versus Michaels. This match is hysterical. 2005. And this was Jericho's last match for a while. Until the end of 2007, he came back to tour with Fozzy. Great American Bash. Muhammad Hassan. And The Undertaker. You know that guy. You don't even hear that name anymore. Unforgiven 2005. Cena and Kurt Angle had great matches. Kurt Angle's just great in general. Eddie Guerrero, R.I.P. to him. I love Eddie. Last match with Batista. And that great Taker and Orton feud still continuing. Bobby Lashley's debut was on here against Simon Dean. Taboo Tuesday, 2005. Michaels, Angle, and Cena triple threat. Great main event. Survivor Series 2005. This is when Eddie was supposed to be on it, but he passed away, unfortunately. So they replaced him. I think they replaced him with, like, it was like Bobby Lashley or something. Somebody. But Sole Survivor was Randy Orton 2 years in a row. Undertaker returned. Such a great ending. And Unforgiven 2005. Angry Batista. Great Hell in a Cell match with Orton and Taker. And yeah, that's really what made this whole thing. Was Orton was a made man in 2005 because of Taker. 2006, we go into 2006, New Year's Revolution, Edge cashing in. That was a great moment. And I'm a huge Cena fan back then, so. In 2006 Royal Rumble, one of my favorites, because my favorite three were always Ray, Taker, and Cena, and they won 2006, 7, and 8. The ones we're going to be talking about. No Way Out 2006. Great main event. Other than that, there's some other good stuff, but this alone, you should buy for the main event. And Royal Rumble's really good. I have 2 copies. My original copy, and I have another lesser used copy that I can watch of 2000 WrestleMania 22. That's an underrated WrestleMania. That's a really good one. So many great matches on there. Backlash 2006, probably the weakest Backlash ever. Main event, great. This was a terrible match. Shawn Michaels teaming with God. That's just a joke. That's ridiculous. And Rob Van Dam and Shelton Benjamin was really good. But it's Shelton Benjamin and Rob Van Dam, so. Judgment Day 2006. Great Khali beating Taker's bullshit. That was stupid. ECW One Night Stand 2006. Great pay-per-view. Everything on here is amazing. I was pissed when Cena lost. I still remember my rate. Still get mad at that. Vengeance 2006. That's a good one as well. That's a fun one. Rob Van Dam versus Edge. And then Edge faces Cena because Rob Van Dam, what happened to him with him and the drug. He had marijuana. So he had to drop the title on Raw to Edge, and Cena got it, and it was a triple threat. And so then we have the Edge and Cena feud, which is a great feud. This was not their best match. Their Unforgiven match that we're about to get to is fantastic. Great American Bash 2006, my guy, Mr. Kennedy, who I met, one of my favorites growing up. This has seen some better days. Really good. Beaten on Batista he got the shit beat out of him, but he still won. Love this cover. Unforgiven 2006. I love everything about this pay-per-view. The McMahon's match with DX and the main event. That's all you need. That's a great pay-per-view just for those two alone. No Mercy 2006. Paid $5 for this. I actually needed this. So when I saw it, I was very excited. Mr. Kennedy versus Undertaker. Well, this is when he was United States champ. Ray versus Chavo. MVP debuted. He beat a jobber. Matt Hardy versus Gregory Helms. Matt Hardy beat him for nothing. But it's still a good match. There's some good stuff on here. And Booker T retaining in the Fatal 4-Way. I love that Finlay got a world title match. He should have won the world title, but I was a huge Finlay fan as well, and Carlito fan. Still am with all those guys. Cyber Sunday 2006, another good one. Some good stuff. Kevin Federline getting in there. The hell cares about that loser. Survivor Series 2006. This is one of my very first ones I got from one of my neighbors. Used to live. God, this is a good one. Taker, First Blood. Kennedy winning. Kennedy got a good push in 2006 with Taker. Taker was doing great stuff back then. This one. December to Dismember. It's just good for the Hardys versus Eminem one night only. That's about it. No, everyone. This is when I love CM Punk. CM Punk should have won that. Not Big Show being ECW champion. This is when Paul Heyman left the company after that. Great pay-per-view here to end 2006. Armageddon. The end is near. Brothers of Destruction destroy. So he gets MVP gets set on fire in the Inferno match, right? And the Last Ride match, both really good. Champion versus champion. Cena and Batista take on Finlay and Booker T. Boogeyman kills the Miz. Gotta love that shit because Miz is an idiot back then. So really good stuff on here. Kennedy looked great in his feud. He won most of them. So yeah. 2007 New Year's resolution that they just brought back on SmackDown this past Friday. 2007, the last one they ever did. They have, and this is when Umaga and Cena fought, and it was a roll-up, and he won. Rated RKO and DX ended in no contest. This is when Triple H tore his quad. That's what this is known for. Triple H touring another quad. Great steel cage match with John Morrison and Jeff Hardy. Ric Flair and Kenny Dykstra, no one remembers that. Chris Master versus Carlito and Victoria and Mickie James. Two great female wrestlers. Royal Rumble 2007, great pay-per-view. Love the Undertaker one. Test versus Bobby Lashley. This was Test's last pay-per-view before he passed away. And it's a shame no one even gives his flowers. Like, he didn't get a memorial service or any of that shit. It's really sad. And great. This was so much better than their first match. Last man standing. Brutal, bloody. Yeah. And Batista and Kennedy was good, but Kennedy should have won the world title. I thought that was bullshit because Kennedy was robbed. Mr. Kennedy. 2007, No Way Out. All the participants, the main event at the main events. Taker, you had all the main events here. You had them tagging together. WrestleMania 23 main events going. You had Taker and Batista tag teaming, and you had Cena and Michaels who were facing each other. So you had everyone that they were teaming it with each other, which was really odd. And Batista and Taker won. Bobby Lashley and Kennedy didn't even happen for the ECW title. Yeah, a lot of weird stuff on here, but whatever. It was the go-home pay-per-view. It was the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania 23. Two great matches here. Great main event. This was supposed to be Triple H, but I'm glad it was this, actually. The only WrestleMania Triple H ever missed. What would have been, but I'm glad we got this. And then, great streak match here with Batista and two of my favorites winning here. The Money in the Bank ladder match was great. ECW Originals versus New Breed. It was fun to see Sandman, Dreamer, and Van Dam and Sabu get on the card. Elijah Burke, I was a big fan of Elijah Burke, actually. Marcus Corvan, he was in TNA as Monty Brown. Kevin Thorne, Matt Striker. You're never going to see those names. They're one and only WrestleMania. Ashley, R.I.P. to her, versus Melina Lumberjack match for the women's title. Kane and Khali and Benoit and MVP. This is obviously Benoit's last pay-per-view calendar year. Backlash, but overall another really great WrestleMania. Backlash, and I have my Blockbuster ones here. I got to keep these. Really good one. Fatal 4-Way. Stole the entire show. That was great. And the Taker match was good, but it ended in a no contest. And then Taker got written off because he got cashed in by Edge, the Ultimate Opportunist, and Kennedy was supposed to do it all, and that really sucks for him. Again, jeez. Ignore that. What would have been with Mr. Kennedy? Judgment Day 2007. I have 2 copies of this. This one had the bonus disc. Mine did not. So now I have 2 copies. Bonus disc, no bonus disc. So this is the one. Carlito, Ric Flair. That terrible ECW thing with Vince McMahon winning it. Punk versus Elijah Burke. That was good. Shawn Michaels selling the punt kick. That was great shit. Edge and Batista. Batista had a bad quad injury. And 2 out of 3 Falls MVP. And Benoit, Cena, and Khali in the main event. Hardys versus Lance Cage for Murdoch. Sad to see Lance Cage didn't get a memorial service either. They didn't care. He didn't get a thing like Test did either. Khali was scary back then. He isn't anymore. Khali's annoying. Now we're up here. That's 2 shelves. I'm not even halfway done. Okay, I have 2 copies of Judgment Day, as you can see. No, not the group. One Night Stand Extreme Rules before it became Extreme Rules officially. McMahon versus Lashley. They all had stipulations. Khali and Cena, this was okay. It was cool to see him do the AA off the equipment. Edge and Batista, this was really good. That was a good match. Hardys versus World's Greatest Tag Team, that's a great match. Orton versus Van Dam and the stretcher match, that's when they wrote off Rob Van Dam for a long time. It came back in 2009 in the Rumble and had the little stint in 2013, but yeah. Mark Henry versus Kane. That's when Chris Benoit was a lumberjack. So this was the last time you saw him on a pay-per-view. Chris Benoit being a lumberjack. Michelle McCool versus Melina. And 6-man tag tables match. CM Punk, Tommy Dreamer, Sandman versus Elijah Burke, Marcus Corvon, and Matt Striker. And we're on to the infamous used for $4.99. I used to have this, but I had to get another copy because it went missing years ago. Vengeance, Night of Champions, 2007. I almost said 2017. Jeez. Well, that wouldn't have been right. The 6-pack challenge with Booker, Orton, Foley, and Lashley. Last chance for Batista against Edge, Flair, and MVP. Jimmy Wang Yang and Chavo Guerrero. Okay, I'm not going to read all that. And then, that match there. CM Punk versus Johnny Nitro. When it was supposed to be Chris Benoit beating CM Punk. But that never happened. The Great American Bash, 2007. Bobby Lashley's last match, actually. Now, it's his last match. He left the company for a while. His last match was whatever. This was a this was a whatever show. Not going to go in depth, or it was 30 minutes in. I wrote my name on here. SummerSlam 2007. This was a whatever show as well, but back then, it was passable. Unforgiven 2007. This was Undertaker's return with Mark Henry, who took him out. Triple threat, Batista winning it back, Orton and Cena ending in a no contest. So yeah, and this was Cena's last match because he got injured, which sucked. And then No Mercy, the age of No Mercy 2007, the age of Randy Orton. Everyone likes to use this as a meme now. on Instagram. Yep, so Triple H would beat Randy Orton, and then Triple H would face Umaga, and then face him in the main, and then face Randy Orton in a last man standing match. Brutal shit, actually. Very creative. That's the only thing that was great, honestly. Finlay and Rey Mysterio, no contest. God awful Batista and Kali, Punjabi present. The third one only. This was the second one at the time. Taker fought Big Show at the first one. It was supposed to be Kali. CM Punk versus Big Daddy V ended in a no contest. Yeah, there really wasn't much. Mr. Kennedy got to be on the show. That's a plus. He won with Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch defeating the Hardys, and it was Paul London or Brian Kendrick, either one of them. In a bonus, 6-man tag. Cyber Sunday 2007. Michaels and Orton had a match. Miz and CM Punk, and then special guest referee would be go for Taker and Batista. You had Rey Mysterio versus Finlay. That was fun stretcher match. Kane and MVP United States title. I don't even remember that. Really good street fight. Umaga and Triple H. And Kennedy versus Jeff Hardy. Mr. Kennedy. Last two for 2007. 2007, I have the tin for it. I just don't put it in here because it won't fit. Survivor Series. Short card. A main event was super long. I love this match. Batista and Undertaker, return of Edge. Because he got injured. Great American Bash. Got injured, came back, screwed Taker. Was a cameraman. Very memorable. Shawn Michaels and Orton, where he couldn't use the Sweet Chin music and gets RKO'd. Traditional Survivor Series match. That was good. And Punk versus Morrison versus Miz ECW title, and then some extra matches that they added. But yeah, that was a good one as well. Not Unforgiven, jeez. I just said that one. Armageddon 2007 with Batista and I like the broken ring in the back. It's cool. This was when I said Jericho came back. Batista, and then JBL screwed him over. Yeah, really good shit on this one, actually. Mr. Kennedy and Shawn Michaels had a good match. Jeff Hardy beating Triple H. Upset. To go into another favorite year of mine, 2 copies of Royal Rumble 2008. I got this one from Tony Cheney. Thanks, Cheney. And my old copy that I can still use. But yeah, my favorite pay-per-view, my favorite Royal Rumble was this one because my guy, John Cena, came back and kicked all types of ass. And the whole pay-per-view was really good. This was Ric Flair's last time wrestling. Maybe. I think actually it's not because it was all bullshit. It should have been. No Way Out 2008. Great cover, man. It's so cool. And I paid $4 for that. He did the match then. Both ended in screwy finishes. Ray got injured. He was out for a long time. While the chamber matches were really good. I liked both chamber matches. Taker winning and Triple H winning. WrestleMania 24, another underrated WrestleMania that no one gives a lot of credit to. Man, you look at that card, that's a really good Money in the Bank, CM Punk winning. Ric Flair's career versus career match. Career threatening match, great match. And Edge versus Taker in the main event was the right call. That's a great main event. Backlash 2008. This was a okay show, but I'm glad Triple H beat the Age of Orton ended, thankfully. Triple H got to have a run with the WWE title. And this is a cool cover. Judgment Day 2008. Triple H and Orton, Steel Cage. Edge and Taker. Again, their feud was really good. There you go. You can read the other ones. East One Night Stand Extreme Rules 2008. Orton's last match for a little while here. Because he broke his collarbone. That was painful to watch. Really good Jeff Hardy and Umaga opening match. Forgettable match with for ECW. Singapore Kane with Big Show winning. First Blood was whatever. Stretcher match was a good one. Orton's match with Triple H, was very short, and great main event with Taker and Triple H, Edge, and Edge banished. That's the last time we saw Taker for a while, for a couple months, because Night of Champions, it was we saw him revisit his feud with Batista. And Triple H beat John Cena and got his revenge from 2006. So yeah, those were the two big ones. But good show, Night of Champions. Great America Bash 2008. Love this cover. I really love this pay-per-view. CM Punk cashing in on Edge. Edge didn't hold the title that long, so this was the age of Punk. Getting to see Shelton Benjamin on there is nice. Tommy Dreamer getting on there. A lot of my favorites. John Cena losing to JBL I thought was bullshit, how the ending was. But a lot of good stuff on here for Great American Bash 2008. And the return of The Undertaker at SummerSlam 2008. Maria Kanellis, who is awesome. Was so funny in WWE. The main event's the best part, honestly. There's really nothing else. It's Triple H and Kale, no one gave a shit. Same with Punk and JBL. No one cared. There was a lot of garbage on there. The main event was what was great. No Mercy 2008. Love that Jeff Hardy cover. He's upside down. So you can read that, but the Big Show Taker feud was a downgrade for him. Ray would lose his mask. He never unmasked. Jericho got him the mask in 2009. The great Shawn Michaels feud started with Jericho. And Triple H and Jeff Hardy. Those are the two matches I recommend you get the pay-per-view for. If you find it, or look it up on YouTube. Just go watch those two matches. That's all you need to watch. Cyber Sunday 2008. CM Punk on the cover. I don't even think he was on here. I don't even think he was on the pay-per-view. It's a cool cover, though. Was Triple H and Jeff Hardy again. Yeah, it could have been Vladimir Kozlov and Jeff Hardy in a triple threat with Triple H. No, thank you. Kozlov's terrible. Jericho and Batista, and this is when Jericho was champ still, and then randomly Batista won the title, and then he lost it on, I guess, a Raw or something. It was on I think, yeah, he did. I think Evan Bourne faced Matt Hardy. That was a good one. Kane and Ray's match here was better because the other one had a no contest. Big Show and Taker's match here was fine. Taker won at least. The other one he didn't. And the other stuff is all crap. 2008. Yeah, no mercies when he lost. Because this was the end of the feud. John Cena comes back from injury. Beats Chris Jericho. So he just... transitional champion was Jericho. Transitional champion was Jericho. A couple times, and Edge comes back as well, 2 returns. Terrible casket match, and Jeff Hardy was supposed to be in that. Yeah, so yeah, really just that. And I forgot I didn't see, I skipped over Unforgiven, my bad. Unforgiven 2008, I really love this cover, actually. It's really unique. I love the scramble match idea. I wish they would keep doing that, but they haven't ever done it since this. The 2 scramble matches are great. This is when Jericho wins the title. And Triple H, the ECW one was good. And unsanctioned match, that's when Jericho gets the shit beat out of him. That's a great match. And then Jericho goes on, and because CM Punk gets taken out, and then he loses his title without even losing it, and that sets up that whole feud with Orton down the road in 2011. And yeah, I think it was great idea. Yeah, just great shit. 2008. Armageddon 2008. Cena's rematch with Jericho and Jeff Hardy finally winning the WWE Championship. That's really all, honestly. That's really it. Royal Rumble 2009. This was a good one. Randy Orton winning. And that's really all about it. The match is forgettable. I didn't have a cover for this, so I found the image online and just did that. I don't know. There's the match card. I lost the cover for it. But yeah, that's okay. No Way Out. Edge getting 2 opportunities in the chamber. Beat the hell up. WrestleMania 25th anniversary 2009. Beat to shit. Loose in there. So I'm not gonna show you. I'll just put that one back. I have a Blu-ray of it now, which is really, I like this. I prefer showing this one. The only thing on here worth watching is Taker and Shawn Michaels. One of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. One of the best Undertaker streak matches of all time. 2009's hit and miss for me. Just like Backlash, I didn't give a shit about this. It was a lot. I don't know. Whatever. Backlash was whatever. Steamboat and Jericho was good. Judgment Day, the last Judgment Day. Yeah, I mean, everything with Jericho and Ray is good when they have matches. Jeff Hardy and Edge is good. Like, that's the only good stuff on here. Big Show and Cena's feud's terrible, so I'm not talking about that. Same with this shit right here. Orton losing to Batista and then winning it back doesn't mean anything. And yeah, when Jericho rips the mask off here, I don't even have a cover for it. I ripped it off, so it's taped. That's how old this is. This is one of my first ones as well. Yeah, hog pen match, Vicky Guerrero and Santina Marella when he was the girl. My God. And CM Punk cashing in at the end. The Bash, the one-time pay-per-view, The Bash. This was a dumb one. CM Punk and Jeff Hardy, that controversial finish ending. Great 3 stages at Hell match. Miz and Cena was stupid. This is when I started, I know I started watching, I feel like 2007, but I remember on TV on Raw watching that Cena and Miz feud, and it was shit. Ugh, God, it was stupid. And I have another copy. Same with this one. Night of Champions 2009. I don't even like this one either. Well, Jeff Hardy wins the title back, but he doesn't even get to hold it for that long. He never gets to hold his championships for long. Man, it's ridiculous. 2 copies of the Bash and Night of Champions. SummerSlam 2009. I like that cover. Pay-per-view. Look, there's a big hole on this match. Kane and Great Khali, Singapore Kane. That feud was shit. Main event. That's about it. Cena and Orton's feud was terrible. They had like one good match in the whole thing. And the DX feud was whatever. That wasn't good though. I didn't think the SummerSlam one was good. The one that what everyone hates, the worst pay-per-view. One of the worst pay-per-views, Breaking Point. And people want this one back. You out of your damn mind. This shit was terrible. The only good Cena and Orton match that they had in 2009, because they had more matches, of course. Terrible, screwy finish. This was supposed to be Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy left the company. Jeff Hardy he got released from the company. And then this was the better Legacy and DX match, the submission match. I really like that one. It was all over the place. And the Hell in the Cell one that they had here was not good. This was just all over the place. Orton and Cena, that was terrible because Cena got punted in the head, but it missed him by a mile. So he got punted in. Orton just kicked air. He kicked damn air. It looked ridiculous. CM Punk and Taker was good. That was the opening match. That's the only good thing on the whole show. This was a forgettable. Morrison and Ziggler's good. 2 guys that aren't even with the damn company. John Morrison's a loser now. Like bragging rights, another forgettable pay-per-view. 1 match on here. The Fatal 4-Way. That's all you need to watch. Don't ever watch this. This is 1 hour of your life you can't get back. Survivor Series 2009. I like the cover. The matches. The triple threat's good. The Survivor Series matches are fine. Sheamus and McIntyre debuting on the same team was awesome because that's now McIntyre was a big name from this. Because Sheamus got a big push. McIntyre did. Sheamus won the WWE title and McIntyre won the Intercontinental title on here. Oh no, he didn't win it on this one. He won on. He didn't win on this one. Now McIntyre already debuted. No, Sheamus. This was Sheamus's second pay-per-view, and he was WWE champion already. That pissed me the hell off. 2010 Royal Rumble. This was This was a decent Rumble, very forgettable though, except for the Edge return, which was great. But again, the matches on here, Ray and Taker was good. That's about it for matches. The Orton and Sheamus match wasn't even good. They had one good match. Elimination Chamber 2010. Sheamus. Cena winning it and then Batista winning it was bullshit, and the match was good until that point. It was a very good one. This would break up Legacy at WrestleMania. And the one with Taker was really good, and Shawn Michaels would screw him over and have Jericho win it. An arch nemesis of Shawn Michaels. He would screw Taker just to have Jericho win it. I have 2 copies of this, the 2-disc one and the 3-disc one. I'm glad I have the 3-disc. Mine doesn't have Hall of Fame. Well, it does, but it doesn't. I like how it's bulkier. That's cooler. But WrestleMania 20, WrestleMania 26, great match. It's very close with the other one, but the 25 is better. Everything else it's a decent Mania. Sheamus on the cover, very thick and creepy. Extreme Rules 2010. Very garbage pay-per-view, honestly. I don't remember anything about it. Except that Jack Swagger's one of the worst world champions ever. Beating Randy Orton's a joke. Over the Limit 2010. Again, Jack Swagger and the Big Show. That's a terrible match. Batista leaving after this was a good call because I don't care. McIntyre and Kofi was good. Punk and Ray was good. Also, it was on Extreme Rules. That was good as well. And Orton and Edge was a no contest because Orton's arm went numb during the match. He kept hitting his arm on the get ready. He kept hitting it and it went numb. Fatal 4-Way. Yeah, who remembers this shit? I wonder who won. Because it's not a spoiler cover at all. I love when they do that. Yeah, Sheamus will win back the title thanks to the Nexus. Who remembers that group? That should have been really good. And yeah, Taker was supposed to be in this. Thank God Ray won at least. And Kane helped. And McIntyre and Kofi had good matches. This is when I loved Kofi. And Jericho and Evan Bourne, upset. That was a really great match. And Evan Bourne got nothing out of that match because he didn't get a push. It's bullshit. Matt Sydal didn't get a push. Money in the Bank 2010, probably my favorite pay-per-view out of all the 2010s we've talked. Two great Money in the Bank ladder matches. This is when Kane and Miz won. But yeah, both great. Even though I'm not a Miz fan, and Kane winning was fine. Because Kane was the one to cash in right after in the Swagger and Mysterio match. And yeah, Ray would win, and then Kane would cash in and help him, and then say, screw you. Two women's matches that nobody cared about. Because no one cared about the women's matches yet. Okay. 2010, SummerSlam 2010. Do I need to say more about this cover? It's shit. Nexus gets buried, and everything else. There was literally nothing redeeming on this show. Undertaker looked stupid against... There was nothing on this show good. Undertaker looked stupid getting beat up by Kane. Who the hell would want to see that shit? 90 Champions 2010. Glad Orton won the title. Good six-pack challenge. Jericho was the first one out. Really, that's about it on that one. The Taker and Kane match was terrible. No holds barred, I think. Same with Hell in a Cell. Paul Bearer came back and screwed him over. And this is the only good Sheamus and Orton match. That's the only good one. And that pissed me off when I watched it. Because, again, massive Cena fan back then. So, bragging rights. 2010. With the Nexus logo there. This was fine, but again, Undertaker losing to Kane. This doesn't... But Kane always lost to Undertaker, so I always call bullshit. Wade Barrett and Cena. I mean, Wade Barrett with John Cena against Randy Orton. Yeah, and everything else on here. You know, better than 2009 bragging rights. That's for sure. Then Cena with the Photoshops John Cena. That looks terrible. Yeah, he would leave. And yeah, this was whatever. So this is a decent. Daniel Bryan. Isn't Daniel Bryan on this? Daniel Bryan, Ted DiBiase. Yeah. No, it was this one. Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. Great match. That's the match of the night on there. This is a decent one. TLC 2010. This was fine. Glad that Edge won the title, though. Because this would be the end of Edge's career, as we thought it would be. I'm glad it wasn't. 2011, Royal Rumble, Miz and Orton. Like I said, going back to 2008, they would actually go back to long-term storytelling back then and go back to a 2008 segment with Orton and Punk, and he would get screwed over by the Nexus, the new Nexus, and Ziggler and Edge was really good, and then a women's fatal 4-way no one cared about, and the only 40-man Royal Rumble won by Del Rio, idiot, because it should have been Santino Marella. That would have been funny as hell. Anybody but Del Rio. The Chamber. This was a good one. I enjoyed it. I had the Blu-ray. They didn't have back then. My Walmart didn't have the DVD of it. WrestleMania 27. This was a good one. Great match. Shitty match. Screw The Rock, because I can't stand him. I'm not excited for no Rock and Roman match. Okay, guys, back off. This match here, Survivor Extreme Rules, 2011. The only time he got a title match was ridiculous. But this was a very good show. Over the Limit, 2011. Another very good pay-per-view. The Edge and Orton and Christian feud was really good. Capital Punishment. No one gave a shit about this. That's why it was $4. R-Truth getting his one and only title shot. And another great Orton and Christian match. And Punk and Ray was great as well. Alex Riley beating The Miz. That did nothing for you, because no one remembers you. CM Punk. Massive. This is when CM Punk became huge in this thing. With the great main event here. This was still really good, though. And the Money in the Bank ladder matches were great. This is when Del Rio won. No one cared about that. And Bryan won. That was great. Daniel Bryan winning. And then their SummerSlam rematch was great when he walked away in the storyline. I thought this was another great pay-per-view. And then Mark Henry winning the world title. Wasn't a fan of that. To Del Rio. And CM Punk should have won that matchup. That's the reason why he left for 9 years. Hell in the Cell 2011. Did not really care for this. Christian and Sheamus was good. I mean, whatever. Miz and R-Truth ruined the whole show. Vengeance. Terrible cover. Don't want to see that. Pretty stupid that R-Truth and Miz beat CM Punk. Glad CM Punk beat Del Rio, because can't stand him. Other than that, there was really nothing else. Wade Barrett beating Randy Orton was shocking. And to end 2011 with no John Cena, because they didn't need him actually. CM Punk with the ice cream bar. Never happened. He beat Del Rio and The Miz in a really good match, actually. And there's some good stuff on here. Bryan winning the World Championship was great.